Welcome back, DNA Strand crew, to the Dynasty DNA morning show on the Dynasty DNA podcasting network. I'm your host, TJ Blake. You can follow me over on Twitter at FFTJBlakeDNA. And we're joined by the guy that is coming out of his darkness retreat. He's back into the light a little bit. He's got a couple wins he's coming off of, two in like the span of like 7 or 8 days. He's got to be feeling good about that. It's our good friend, Dynasty Wiz, Nicholas Holt. You can follow him over on Twitter at DynastyWizFF. Wizard, you excited to break down some week 9? You feeling better this week than you were last week?
No, I feel the exact same. There's no hope. I guess you could say there's a little bit of hope, but no. The Dolphins looked like a functioning football team against Baltimore, at least for that first half, right? I mean, they moved the ball pretty well. They just couldn't do shit. Yeah, when it mattered. But so I don't know. Got a lot of work on for Baltimore, but overall, I mean, it's just not our year.
It's going to be back, Wiz. It'll be okay. Whenever you're really excited here in about 4 or 5 weeks, I'll be revisiting this with you. Be like, it's okay, my friend. We're also joined by the guy that's in a beautiful looking studio today, and that nice Seahawks hat he's got on. It's my friend Noah Hutchinson, the Sliminator, Dynasty DNA's own Real Slim Shady. How you doing today, my friend Slim? You can follow him over on Twitter to 12th Man Fantasy 1. You ready to talk about some Week 9 action?
I am, man. We came off a much needed bye week in Week 8, so we're well rested. We had the time change today, so I got an extra hour of sleep. It's all good over here. It's really good, man. It's really good times.
It's all good in the Midwest there from Slim. Phil says he's here. Nice to see you here today with us, Phil. And also note to Shara, but he will be chiming in, I think, a little bit when he gets the opportunity. He gave us some of his anytime touchdown scores today. We got a lot of great stuff here. And we got a question right off the hop here from Bryce. So I'll start with you, Slim, on this one. Start Quentin Johnston or Cortland Sutton. Also start David Montgomery or Chase Brown. So we'll start with this one. Would you rather start Quentin Johnston or Cortland Sutton today, Slim? Where are you at on that?
Quentin Johnston.
Ooh.
And, that's just like, the Chargers play the Titans. Titans pass defense is really bad. And, I think if there's a game that he has his get right moment after blanking, it's going to be right there.
Yeah, goose egging against the Minnesota Vikings, Slim. Not just blanking, goose egging. So let me say this. I'm going to turn this question over to Wiz because this is interesting. Cortland Sutton has a very tough matchup today, going down and playing the team that he's playing. I know that I believe it's the Houston Texans versus the Broncos today, if my memory serves me correct. And I know the Houston Texans have been killing receivers and quarterbacks. So, Wiz, I'm going to ask you, Slim's going to go Quentin Johnston here. Do you agree? I know that it's been really scary with him as well because of the emergence of Rondé Gadsden, but the matchup for Sutton is very rotten. Would you still lean Quentin Johnston here in a good matchup like Slim is?
Honestly, I'm just going to start my better player here, and that's Cortland Sutton, right? I get it's a tough matchup, but sometimes these players will just win, right? It's football. They're gonna move the football down the field regardless. It's just how are they gonna do it against the Texans, and is Cortland gonna be doing it or not? So yeah, give me the better player here with Cortland Sutton over Quentin Johnston.
Yeah, I can't blame you. I think I'm gonna lean QJ as well, though, by a hair, just because the matchup's so bad. Like if it was a little bit better, and I'm talking just a little bit better, I would agree with Wiz. But I just think that there could be at worst a low floor for both these players, unfortunately. And we hope that one of them breaks out for you, Bryce, but that could be the case. So then the other one, Wiz, is start David Montgomery or Chase Brown today. Who would you rather start out of those two?
Give me Chase Brown. It's pretty easy, especially with Joe Flacco. He's good to go this week. We saw that he looked really, I wouldn't say really bad with Jake Browning, but they stacked the boxes, right? He couldn't get the running game going, and now since they have to respect Joe Flacco's 40-year-old arm there, he's able to do whatever he wants there. He's getting the checkdowns to do. So, yeah, give me Chase Brown.
Yep, I'm going to go with Chase Brown as well. And, the emergence of Joe Flacco in this offense is really going to help Chase Brown. And like I said, I think it's the tale of two seasons for Chase Brown. Really, the whole Bengals offense. It was bad at the beginning. I think it's going to get better down the stretch, just given Joe Flacco being there. And two, just the simple fact that some better matchups on the horizon, too. So, yes, Chase Brown over David Montgomery in a tough matchup. I agree. Slim, are you any different on that opinion?
Well, we know I'm the resident Chase Brown hater, but no, I'm gonna take Chase Brown in this one. It would have been different if Joe Flacco would have been out, though. I will put that out there that Joe Flacco going out and rolling out today made the decision a lot easier than what I think it would have been if we would have been starting Browning.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you on that. But we have some Twitter questions coming in here for Start Sit. As everyone knows, the chat will be open here. Happy to answer any question anytime from anybody. But the first one we have here, Slim, is Deebo Samuel or Jake Ferguson today? Who would you rather start in a flex position?
I think. I mean, I think I'm gonna go with Jake Ferguson, but man, I don't like either one of those options. I mean, I don't mind the Debo question just because, like, no scary Terry once again, but man, I don't know. Like, Jaden Daniels coming back, we got to make sure that he's all right too. And they're playing Seattle, that really tough defense, that really tough secondary. Um, I just think Ferguson might have an easier matchup against the Cardinals.
Okay, so Slim's going to go Ferguson. How do you feel about that one, Wiz?
Yeah, it's close. I mean, they're both a little bit tougher matchups, right? Actually, I blanked down on the who's the other one? Not Jake Ferguson.
Deebo Samuel.
Deebo, yeah, that's right. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Is it tight end premium or just standard or
just standard
tight end?
Yeah.
I mean, it's. I don't know. I'll probably just go with Deebo here, right? I think Commanders are kind of realizing they need to start winning these games if they want to make it to the postseason. So I think it's a big matchup here against Slim's Seahawks here. So yeah, give me Deebo.
So what do you think about that, Slim? Because I know Deebo has killed your Seahawks in the past. I mean, historically, that has been something that, he has done some damage. Do you think that the new team doesn't matter? I don't know how you feel about that.
I mean, I think it somewhat does, yeah. And I mean, like, I think that what Washington wanted out of Debo as well, they haven't really gotten as well. And I mean, it's rough when they can't put it all out on the field altogether as well. But I mean, it's one of those things where I'm not scared to say, hey, go have Devin Witherspoon play one-on-one with Deebo Samuel. I'm not scared of that matchup at all. And, I mean, a couple years ago, that might have been a scarier matchup when he was with San Fran and it was, he was out there torching, but I'm not scared now. I think he's really lost step. And I mean, I think this Seahawks defense is good enough, even with Julian Love going on the IR, to lock up opposing receivers. That I mean, we'll face it. Debo went somewhere to not be the one as well. He didn't go somewhere to be the one.
True that. So yeah, I think I lean Ferguson there too, but it is close. And
I don't think Debo left to not be the one, right? I mean, he just didn't want to keep playing a gadgety role. And
yeah, but he didn't go to a place to like. I mean, he could have went to New England to be the one.
Okay, but he's still the default one right now because Terry McLaurin's out.
Yeah, but there was no team that offered him to be the one. I think is more of what I'm getting at. Like, if he wanted to be a one what the trades
because he was traded, so we don't know what all the trades were. You know what I mean? Niners picked whatever one they wanted, right?
I mean, he was traded. Yeah, I get that, but like,
I just have a bad feeling that Debo or Luke McCaffrey is gonna just fleece the Seahawks defense this week, Slim.
Oh, okay.
Well, we got some good stuff going. All right, so good argument of stuff coming on, but we got some more questions coming in. We'll try to help the listeners. I could just let Wiz and Slim go box a round or two any time of the week, but here we go. We have Chris asking, happy Sunday, everyone. Happy Sunday, Chris. Michael Wilson, Calvin Austin, or Jaden Higgins for the flex? If you guys had to pick one of them options, who are you going to go with for a flex play out of that group?
Ugh.
What do you think, Wiz?
Honestly, I'll probably go with Michael Wilson, a guy I probably would never expect to start, right? With Jacoby Brissett there. They've been kind of lockstep and in sync in plays with Kyler's there. Michael Wilson's not the best looking wide receiver, most startable wide receiver. I mean, with Jaden Higgins, you're kind of baking out a touchdown. I think Nico is healthy this week. He's good to go. Calvin Austin, I mean, you're kind of baking on. Is he going to get that long touchdown pass? So I don't know. Out of those three, I think Michael Wilson is your safest floor that offers similar upside ceiling. So
agreed 110%. And you look at this, Jacoby Brissett has been a quarterback one the 2 weeks that he's played. I mean, he's absolutely lit up Dallas, but he's also, he's going to have a chance to light up Dallas this week. That's a bad defense. He's lit up Green Bay and Indy for some points, right? And both quarterback one finishes for Jacoby Brissett. Slim, you know all about this NFC West. Do you agree with me and Wiz wanting to start Michael Wilson here out of this group, given that it seems like Jacoby Myers has been a little bit better off?
Jacoby Brissett, not Jacoby Myers.
Well, thank you,
I got you.
Thank you.
I do like Michael Wilson for the safest floor. I do think I mean both have shootout potential as well, but I do think Calvin Austin got a little bit of play as well, just because I think that Colts Pittsburgh game goes over as well with both defenses and whatnot. So I mean, I think I lean Michael Wilson by a hair, but I wouldn't hate the thought of starting Calvin Austin as well if you really needed to.
That's my second choice, right? So yeah, I agree with you, Slim. But I do think that Michael Wilson, it's just like, if you want the most consistent for sure, like double-digit point player probably out of this group, it's going to be Michael Wilson, just given the fact of what Brissett's done. So I'm with you on that. But yeah, give me Wilson. Give us all Wilson on that one. Now we got the Irish Con asking, Knicks, Lawrence, or Prescott on Monday night. So if you had to start one quarterback there, Wiz, Bo Nix, Trevor Lawrence, or Dak, who are you going to roll with?
Yeah, this one's a little tough, right? I mean, you have Bo Nix at a tough matchup. You have Trevor Lawrence on a good matchup, but it's Trevor Lawrence. And then you have Dak Prescott against an okay, but I think that could be a low-scoring game there against Arizona. But, I'm just going to ignore the possible low-scoring game script, and I'm going to say give me Dak Prescott this week.
And I have to agree with you. And really, you look at it like everyone thinks this is going to be a great matchup for Lawrence, but against quarterbacks, the Raiders have done decent. Now, is that just because maybe teams are running the ball so well against them? We don't know. I mean, that could be a little bit.
They beat them by the first half, and then they start throwing. They start running.
Yeah, get the second string guy in there. So that stat could be skewed a little bit, but yeah, you're absolutely right, Wiz. Trevor Lawrence, it's tough to trust even in a situation like this. I do think that with Liam Cohn, they want to be a little bit more of a running football team. Bo Nix is in a terribly tough matchup this week. They've been getting killed quarterbacks by the Houston Texans for fantasy purposes. So yeah, give me Dak Prescott against Arizona. There's still that hope to me that this game could be shootouty. Like you said, I could see it being low scoring, but if they get off to a hot start, maybe they can get it going. There's a lot of weapons there too with Dallas. You look at these three teams objectively too, right? Like who has the best weapon cabinet out of this group that can maybe make plays? Like you could throw a screen pass to George Pickens or CeeDee Lamb. They could bust one, right? They have that kind of ability, that kind of talent. So yeah, give me Dak Prescott as well. Slim, any difference in opinion from you?
No, I was on Dak all day. I've actually sat Nitz in quite a bit of places and picked up some other guys that I'm starting over Nitz. Nitz is riding the pine this week, and then I don't trust starting Lawrence even in a good matchup, honestly.
Right, and then if it goes really good, if ETN has like 3 long touchdowns, they might pull him out in the second half, like Wiz talked about against that Raiders team. So a lot of good, interesting options there. But let's go ahead and get in back to some Twitter questions as we wait for some more to come in here on the show. I'm going to come over here. Now we got to pick 2, Slim. I'm going to start here with you. No problem, Irish Gone. Thank you for the question. We appreciate it. Anytime you need help or want a question and talk, we're glad to do it. We just love talking football. Appreciate your support and viewership and everything that you do as well. But Slim, it's going to be a pick 2 here from Twitter. It's going to be pick 2. Woody Marks, Alvin Kamara, Bill, Jawan Jennings, Jacoby Myers, Jamison Williams. So you got 3 running backs, 3 receivers. You got to pick 2 for flexes. Woody Marks, Alvin Kamara, Bill, Jawan Jennings, Jacoby Myers, Jamison Williams. So if you had to pick 2 out of that core, who are you taking?
I had to type them all out, man. That was yeah.
That's brutal.
There's 6 options.
Yeah. No, I was sitting here typing them all out. I was like, okay, let's make sure. Oh man. I mean, I think I'm just gonna go with Alvin Kamara and JMO. I think those are my 2 picks.
Okay. And even Kamara, a little bit questionable, dealing with a little nagging injury. Slim still gives him a little love. And
I'm with Ty in that, veteran RB club. I think Kamara can still kick it on, and it's just, I mean, like normally it would have probably been Woody, but that's just a tough defense to run against. So that's going to be a defensive showdown right there, and I'm just not going to bank on picking the right person that scores maybe 1 touchdown out of that game.
And we talked maybe take the under of that game, Slim, right? I mean, depends what the point totals. So, Wiz, same question to you. I'm going to say the names one time for you as well so you can refresh your memory a little bit. 3 running backs, 3 receivers. You need to start 2 in flexes. Woody Marks, Alvin Kamara, Bill, Jawan Jennings, Jacoby Myers, Jamison Williams. So I know that you're the San Francisco 49er chronicler. Is Jawan Jennings possibly one for you that you're considering here?
No, not really. I don't know. It's just really, really weird. He's not really been getting too involved like we saw last season, right, in the offense. Maybe it's just because it's not Brock Purdy throwing to him. But I'm kind of leaning with Slim here with Alvin Kamara and JMO. Right, JCM has been the biggest utter disappointment that he's going to get you 2 points or he's going to fall in the end zone and get you 10. You know what I mean? So Alvin Kamara is definitely the best running back you got there. There was reports there that Jamison Williams, which, I mean, as a lot of people know, I'm not the biggest fan of Jamison Williams this season. I thought he was going to get capped out a little bit with Ben Johnson departing the offense, and it kind of shows a little bit of a down season so far. But they are exploring ways to give him the ball more in the offense or something. I'm sure I remember the exact wording, but they want to give him the ball more, and I think it might be a good spot here against Minnesota to get the ball to Jamison Williams more. So I agree with Slim.
Okay, so
Jacoby Myers is a close second, though.
Yeah, I was gonna say I got 2 receivers. I got JMO and Jacoby, right? The J&J connection. That's who I think I'm going to play this week. And look, the Raiders, I know it's been bad, but I still believe in Jacoby Myers' overall talent. I think that they could find some way to get him the football. So here we go. We got one coming from Mike Shanuti. This is a special question from a fellow DNA analyst. He's like, I need some help. I need you guys on this. Pick 1. Bam Knight, Rico Dwaddle this week, Wiz. Who do you rather play?
Give me the Rico, dude. I mean, yeah, usually you don't want Rico charges, but give me this Rico charge this week.
Okay, so there we go. What do you think about that one, Slim? Bam Knight or Uncle Rico Dwaddle?
Oh, man, you can't sit the uncle on the pie, man. You mean Uncle Rico for sure.
That's right. Uncle Rico, I'm with you guys on that.
I got one for you guys real quick for me. With DeAndre Swift being out, I need to start. Some of my options really come down to Woody Marks, David Montgomery, I guess Chuba, or Jawan Jennings. Oh, I have Vidal. I'll probably start Vidal. I see he's on my taxi squad.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with Vidal. If you could get him up.
That made it a lot easier.
Yeah, I was looking through it, and then I saw taxi squad Vidal. That's crazy. I've not brought him up this whole entire year so far, so never mind. All right, that was really easy. I answered it myself, guys.
Sometimes we just need to talk it out. Oh, we got another question here via Twitter. we have Dylan asking which 3 to start for a flex. So these are some options here. If you guys want to get ready to write these down, I'll go over them slowly. So you need 3 options for flex position: Kareem Hunt, Chuba Hubbard, Rico Dwaddle, Bam Knight, Woody Marks, Aronde Gadsden, Wandale Robinson.
All
So
right.
you need 3. Who do you got, Wiz?
Yeah, we're starting Dwaddle, Gadsden. Who did the Giants play this week? I forgot to check that.
The Giants have, let's see.
The Niners. They play the Niners.
Yeah. I was going to say, it's a fairly decent matchup.
Yeah. I mean, Pacheco's out. It really comes down to Hunt, Knight, and Wandale for me for the third one. I think that's the toughest decision between there because I'm locked in with Dwaddle and Gadsden. But I think Kareem Hunt's gonna get the volume this week. They did bring CEH up, so Rashard Smith owners, we got a little shank there, little believers, but no. So that's where I lean is Hunt, Dwaddle, and Gadsden.
Okay, so there you go. You got his 3 from Wiz, Hunt, Dwaddle, and Gadsden. What do you say about this, Slim? Where are you at?
Definitely. I mean, Gadsden probably for sure is going to be in your lineup. I like Rico, but then I think I'm gonna lean Wandale over Hunt. I think that's the only change that I'm gonna make from Wiz. And I mean that's just like for some reason I don't know, man. This game seems really weird to me. The line seems really weird. I don't know why it's only why are the Niners favored by 2.5 only against the Giants team that lost, Scattaboo and whatnot as well. Like it just seems so weird.
Bang,
Like
bang,
You're saying this is a trap game.
I think no, I think it could be. I think that there's some fishy stuff going on, and I mean, if the Giants are going to stay close in this game, then I mean, I think Wandale's going to have a game.
Wait, are you saying that possibly Brian Dable or Kyle Shanahan are pulling a Chauncey Billups right now, Slim?
I mean, there might be a lot of money in this game. Somebody might be making a lot of money. I don't know.
So the only change you made was Wandale, and I leaned with Wiz just a little bit on this one, but I think that them two are the clear 3-4 option. You can intertwine them, take them in or out. We have a question here from Dylan here. Good morning.
You said the question also, Herbert or Daniel Jones?
Yeah, I was just gonna go back to that. Since he ain't tuning in, I figure we'll get to this fellow first here since he's with us. Dylan, good morning, Dylan. Let's have a day full PPR 1 flex. T. Higgins versus Chicago, or Tucker Kraft versus Carolina. Have Warren at tight end, projected to be close matchup with his opponent. So, okay, here we go. So you need the flex T. Higgins or Tucker Kraft. Are we going to do what I say? Like, are we going to flex 2 tight ends? I've been saying it, like that's something that's getting to be a little bit more of a trend. I always say it, touchdowns, and tight ends.
Especially in non-tight end premium. It's very serviceable. That's what I'm doing in one of my redraft leagues this week. We started McBride and Gadsden. So, yeah, I mean, Tucker Kraft, you have to start him, right? You have to figure out a way to get him in your lineup, especially with the way he's performing, right? I do like T. Higgins is very much in a nice spot in fantasy football right now where he could have his blow-up week any week, right? He's just a very good contested catch guy, and Joe Flacco likes to throw to those types of receivers. Like you saw, he had that nice touchdown pass last week, or was that 2 weeks ago? I can't remember.
I think it was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, but it was a beautiful catch. You know what I mean? And I feel like that connection is going to be there for the whole entire season to go through. But it's good. So it's going to suck when you can't find a spot to start him. When he has that 2-3 touchdown blow up game. So hopefully it's not this week for you there, Dylan. But I'm going Tucker Kraft.
Okay, so Wiz is going to double flex his tight ends here. 1 in the tight end spot, 1 in the chamber in the flex. What do you think about that, Slim?
I love doing that. Yeah, I'm going to start Tucker Kraft, and it didn't matter what quarterback started. I think for Cincinnati, I think it would have been Tucker Craft either way. So
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, man. Like having Tucker Craft and Tyler Warren this week, Dylan, could possibly win you your league. Like Tyler Warren's going to kill the Steelers. I just have a feel like we seen Tucker Craft do it last week. And honestly, we see Tucker Craft get another great matchup here against Carolina. Green Bay wants to run the ball and throw it to Tucker Craft. That's their offense. That's what they like to do. I got to play both of those guys, no doubt. As to where Cincinnati can be a little bit more hit or miss, right? So, I think that that's going to be a really wise choice. And, like we talked about it, Wiz had a Rondé Gadsden, and he had some other strong tight end play. He's playing two guys. I've been doing that a lot. I got a lot of teams with Jake Ferguson. I got a lot of teams with like Trey McBride. Like, you got to play these guys. If you have them, play them. I have no problem whatsoever, especially in great matchups. Phil said, I listened to the one who picked the Jets over Cincinnati. Thank you. We appreciate it, Phil. We're glad you're tuning in with us. So, okay, now we're going back to the Twitter question here, and there is a two-parter to this. Justin Herbert or Daniel Jones today, Slim?
Give me Indiana Jones, man. I think that's going to be the play.
Okay, Indiana Jones, Bob would be proud of Slim right now. What do you think about this, Wiz? Indiana Jones or Justin Herbert?
Yeah, I feel like this is a spot where you can't really go too wrong here. I mean, Tide's secondary is an okay secondary. Their defense is very okay. But the way the Chargers have been playing football, they like to keep it close for no fucking reason. It's very Harbaugh-esque type of coaching style there. They don't blow teams out too often. And I think this might be another one of those close games that with a close, maybe I don't want to call it upset, but I think it's be a close game through and through. I don't know, I'm rolling my boy Justin Herbert. I mean, you know how much I love Justin Herbert, so this might be a little bit of a bias right here, but it is a tough decision.
It is. I still think I got to go Jones. The Steelers defense is terrible, man. It is terrible with
the Niners.
What's that?
They play the Niners.
Who does?
Oh, never mind. I forgot he's not the Giants anymore. It's still early in the morning, right? This caffeine's not hit my brain yet.
Excuses. How about it, Slim? So, I mean, that was a good question, no doubt about it. Let's go over here now. I do believe that we have another one here. We have Deebo Samuel or Kareem Hunt today, Wiz?
Yeah, give me Kareem Hunt here. It is close.
Wow. He talked all that about Deebo Samuel being a wide receiver one.
All right, you know what? We're going Deebo Samuel. Deebo is the defect one right now. He's gonna get in the end zone. He's gonna score. He's gonna score not one touchdown. He's gonna score 5 touchdowns this week. So.
All right. What do you feel about that one, Slim?
I'm gonna take Kareem Hunt just to go opposite ways at this point. I mean, it's just too fun at this point. And I mean, I think that Buffalo Kansas City game will be close either way. So I mean.
All right, so I'm going to take Deebo in this one. I do think that the volume will be there. So we do have
breaking news.
Okay, what's up?
Rico Dwaddle is named RB1 this week.
There it is. Get your socks out, everybody. Get your socks. We talked about going to get him for a pair of socks. Uncle Rico, he's there. You must have seen that tape of him throwing the ball over the mountain. That's probably what did it. Rico Dwaddle. So Uncle Rico locked and ready to go. Love that for my guy. Hope he has a big day today. And we have a question coming in here now from Dud here. He says, start Flacco or Rodgers? I'm playing Jamar Chase. So, okay. This is a tough question here. Does he go opposite? He's playing Jamar Chase. So if he starts Flacco, that could cut into his points. Does that matter to you, or are you going to play Aaron Rodgers, Wiz?
Give me Joe. I mean, come on. I mean, Joe Bird 2.0 right now out there. He's looking great at 40 years old. Who would have thought that Flacco would I mean, I guess a lot of everyone in that division's still alive besides Ben Roethlisberger. But then again, Ben was a little bit older than Andy Dalton and Joe Flacco. I mean, Andy Dalton probably should retire, but yeah, give me Joe Flacco. I mean, we saw what he's been able to do, right? He's really put some life in Cincinnati when they had no hope. Watched Jake Browning just easily matched Geno Smith's interception rate in a matter of 4 games or whatever the fuck it was, right? So yeah, give me Joe Flacco.
What do you think about this one, Slim?
I'm thinking that guy's fantasy team locker room smells like icy hot. That's what I'm thinking. I mean, it's got to, man. The stench of icy hot in that locker room's got to be overbearing. But man, I mean, it's tough. It's really tough. But I think starting the stack is probably the good option. But I mean, I think Rodgers could go out
Well,
there and light it up too.
he's playing Jamar Chase. It ain't a stack. He's going against Jamar Chase. So that's what he's saying.
Oh,
See
I
what-
read it
Yeah.
as that he was that I'm. Oh, I guess I'm playing means.
Yeah, he's playing
okay.
against him.
Well,
Yeah.
that can mean either way, I guess. I still think Flacco, but just because I think they have a huge day today, I think Flacco and Chase has a huge day. But
yeah, I was gonna say, I get it, right? You're like, maybe if I don't put this out in the universe, don't start Joe Flacco. He's gonna have a bad game, but it never works that way. I would just take your points. He's gonna get with throwing the ball at Jamar Chase. There, it might be a little tough week here, but I definitely think Flacco's higher ceiling between him and Rodgers. And I mean, like I said, T. Higgins, there's gonna be a blow up game happening soon. Oh, maybe it's this week, and which would suck because we told Dylan not to start T. Higgins over Tucker Kraft. So.
Give me
not for his sake, but
give me Aaron Rodgers here, because I'm going to tell you right now, there's 2 ways I look at this. Either this is going to be a competitive game. If that's the case, Aaron Rodgers is going to have a solid day, or it's going to be a blowout. And later in the game, we could get some garbage time. So, look, I just don't know. Like, I think the running game could be prevalent for Cincinnati a little bit more as well. I don't think it's all going to be just Joe Flacco. And the fact, too, that it does suck whenever you have guys like that cutting in your points. If Cincinnati's going to have a huge offensive day, if Joe Flacco has 20 points and Jamar Chase has 40, that mean that's going to kill you. And I get it, but I mean, maybe that's all Aaron Rodgers could get. But like, I just don't want to root against myself at that point. I think I see 2 very good ceilings that are similar to each other as far as older players. I'm talking probably 20, 22 points ceiling for these 2 guys. And I just don't think that there's a huge disparity against them. So I'll just go for the guy where I'm not cheering against myself, and I could just root against Cincinnati across the board and hope it works out. And Wiz, you got to try to get your Chicago Bears back on track here. We got all kinds of disrespected trash talk coming from Big Culture Bob and Teixeira saying, "Oh, see, I told you so." So Wiz needs a big outing from Caleb Williams today.
Yeah, the problem is that Bears defense relies on turnovers, right? They're not a very good defense right now. And when they are good, it's because they're getting the turnovers, and you can't always bank on turnovers, right? I'm gonna say it's a fluky thing because it could just be the defense is really good, right? But I don't know. That's my opinion on Bears defense. Hopefully Caleb gets it going though, because I mean, this is a pretty good matchup for him. I mean, is it Trey Hendrickson out still, or is he good to go?
Yeah. I have him in my 1 IDP lead, so that's how I know that.
And Stewart kind of looks like a bust there for Cincinnati. So
yeah, they do good at picking defensive busts for usually Cincinnati. So let me just say this. Got one more start-sit question here before we go into some pick'ems, and then if people have questions here, we'll answer them. But this one's kind of interesting to me. Bottom of the barrel play, Wiz. Kendrick Bourne or Chimere DK? No PPR. He's got to play 1. Who do you think you
DK?
play? All right, Chimere DK. Wiz, not San Francisco 49er Chronicle.
I mean, you just got to respect the way he's been playing, right? I mean, he's been getting hyper targeted, so it's a no-brainer there.
Okay, DK for Wiz. What do you think there, Slim?
Yeah, I'm on the same page. No Calvin Ridley. Released Tyler Lockett, even though he didn't do anything while he was there. But I mean, still, the targets are going to be there for Chimere. So,
yeah, 100% they will be. But let's go into NFL Week 9. Pick 'em here. Also, Terry McLaurin not expected to play. Big surprise. We haven't seen him a lot this year. So not expected.
It's also rumored that Cooper Kupp's probably not going to play tonight as well.
Okay, so the older guys having a rough go of it here. It's not a good day for Team Ty right now in the veteran clubhouse. He's got to get his guys back in order. Like Slim said, get a lot of Ben Gay in there. Start taking care of some of these aches and pains. But here we go. Wiz, the San Francisco 49ers at the New York Football Giants. Who do you like in this contest?
Yeah. I think we start seeing a little bit more of a collapse here of the Giants, right? I mean, without Cam Scaboo, this does look maybe like a trap game here, but I don't know. I think the Niners figure out a way to win, especially against the Giants here.
Okay, so Wiz with the Niners. Who you going with here, Slim? 49ers, Giants. Who you playing for?
I see the big sign that says trapdoor, don't step on. And it's probably got a picture of the Giants on the doormat, but I think I'm still going to step on the Giants format anyway. I think I'm going to take the Giants. I don't know, something feels off about this game, and the sportsbooks know something that we don't, only having a 2.5-point favorite. And I think the Giants are feisty enough they can pull out a win.
Okay, so I'm going to go with the Bang Bang Niner gang going up against the New York Giants. Slim loves whenever people say that. That's like his favorite saying ever.
Saying I've ever heard, I swear.
So, yes, I'm going to go that direction. Give me the 49ers. We have another question here coming in from Jonathan. Thoughts on trading Judkins and Tet for Bucky and Jennings PPR redraft league? So this is redraft PPR. Slim, what's your thoughts on trading Quinshon Judkins and Tet McMillan for Bucky Irving and Jawan Jennings?
Well, we could have a long answer, or we could have a short answer, but I mean, either way, it's going to get around to no. Just no. I mean, I like Judkins a lot more. I like Ted a lot more. Bucky's been banged up, and I've said it. I think I was saying it some in the offseason too. Like Bucky, the way that he runs and his frame, and I don't want to say injury prone, but I don't know, more prone to getting hurt, I guess. I don't know how else to word that, but it always seems like he's banged up and misses time. And in a redraft, I mean, it would be rough if he comes back and then 4 or 5 weeks later we're staring down a playoff run and Bucky's going to be out for 3 weeks again. So give me Judkins and Tet.
Yeah, 100%. This is easy for me. Judkins and Bucky at worst is going to be equal. I think you still got a lot bigger ceiling there potentially with Judkins this season. And the injury Slim brought up. And Jawan Jennings and Tet, that ain't close to me at all. Tet's too consistent, too good. I can't get rid of him for Jawan Jennings. Any difference in opinion from you there, Wiz, before we move on?
No. Jennings has just been kind of a little bit of a disappointment. Like I said, right? Whatever he had last season is not really going the same way. Granted, right, could be a lot of Brock Purdy injury. But when the Niners wide receiver core, he's banged up as well, so it's not too much against him. I don't know. It's just a player I'm not looking to invest heavily in, especially with IU come back in December, right? Judkins, the shoulder injury, I don't know if they know how severe it is, but I'm assuming after the bye week, he's going to be questionable, but he's going to be practicing. He's going to be start playing again. So, and Ted's been doing okay there out there for Carolina. So,
yeah, absolutely. And last thing I want to make a point on this is to me, you're trading right now the ultimate consistency of Tet McMillan for the ultimate inconsistency of Jawan Jennings, right? So that's another thing to look at as far as that trade goes. Let's go into the next game. And I'll start with you again, Slim. The Minnesota Vikings at the Detroit Lions.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Lions in this one. I don't think it'll be relatively close, and I don't think this is the right game for JJ to come back and get thrown to the Lions legitimately.
Slim, I'm the one that does the puns around here, but that was good. I got to give you credit. That was very good. So, what do you think about JJ getting thrown to the Lions, Wiz? Do you still think the Vikes have a chance here?
No. I agree with what Slim was saying. I think the Lions should be able to beat the Vikings pretty easily there. Really just comes down to their defense. Their defense has been struggling throughout the week. So,
okay. So we have Jonathan, and I'm also going to take the Lions here as well. We have Jonathan saying, would you be actively trying to trade Breece away if you had him right now, especially with his big game and trade rumor, or hold on to him, hoping he gets traded if he goes back to his RB1 status? Look, that is a very good question, Jonathan. My approach would be just simply, if I have him, like I'm just going to sit there and wait. If I get a trade that makes sense, then yeah, maybe I'll make it, but I'm not going to force a trade. I think that I would just rather gamble if I don't get the right value in my eyes. I think I'm going to hold on to him and see what happens. And you kind of look at it. I do think that the Jets' schedule for Brees Hall, even if he stays on the Jets, looks a little bit more favorable down the stretch, right? I mean, a lot of decent matchups here, nothing too terrible, and we'll see what happens. I think I would just hold unless I got the right value. Any difference in opinion from you there, Wiz?
No, I guess the asking cost for the Jets is a 3rd-round pick for Brees Hall, which is kind of low for a running back, especially one of his caliber, right? So I definitely think one of these teams that are looking to add a running back either for depth or because they don't really feel comfortable with their starting rotation. Like I think Chiefs are a good example of a team that's out there. I mean, granted, we say this every fucking year that they're gonna get a running back of some higher caliber. Uh, but there's been other teams knocking on the market for running backs as well. So I definitely think it is. I would probably say there's a 40% chance that he gets moved, which is pretty high, all things considered. So, and it's gonna be to one of these contending teams. So either way, it's gonna be to a team that is probably gonna be more beneficial for him as a running back than what he's on for the Jets right now. So,
Slim, what's your thoughts on Brees Hall in a trade potentially here? If he was looking to move him, should he hold him? Where are you at?
Dynasty wise, I'm holding I'm in 2 redraft leads. And one of the redraft leads, I did pull off a trade trading away Brees Hall. I traded Brees Hall for Derrick Henry in a 1-for-1 straight up in a redraft.
That was a
And
good
it
move.
was, yeah, it's just one of those things where I don't know, I kind of trust King Henry a little bit more. Both have been struggling, so they seen it more as a lateral move. I'm like, yeah, maybe not. We'll see. But I think in Dynasty, I'm just holding and thinking that he'll get a better situation.
Yeah,
I gotta. Oh, good.
no, I was just going to say, like you said in the redraft where you got Derrick Henry, that's to me, that's good value, right? And that's a player you believe in a little bit more. Like I would make a trade like that too, but it's got to be the right player, the right value. Go ahead, Wiz.
Yeah, I was gonna say, so I got a offer in a contract league, so I'm a little bit kind of in the middle, contending type of thing. Like my record's pretty good in this contract league. I got offered Kyron for Cam Scadaboo. And he's on his rookie deal. Kyron's on a $40 1-year deal right now. So I don't know if you guys played contract leagues before, but I
So
don't
how long
know.
do you have? Do you have Scatterboo for 4 years? Then is that how that works, or
Yeah, yeah, I have him for where the fuck is he at? I don't see him on my spreadsheet right now. Oh, there he is. I have him for 3 more years.
You a contender, Wiz?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I would do it. I think
Uh,
I would. I would because here's my thing. Like I like Scatterboo, but this injury isn't chump change. Like his whole foot almost come off his leg, and I don't like that for running backs long term. Anyway, even if he comes back next year, I mean, how soon is he going to be back for sure? How effective is he going to be? But you got to really know though. Like if you got a team that you feel like's a top team, I have no problems with it. And like, here's the thing. Like, I don't understand what this is without consequences anymore. Like, I mean, I was always worried about Kyron Williams and the fumbles. I was always worried about Ramondre Stevenson and the fumbles, and they just keep getting marched back out there. It's almost like no sweat, no nothing. I mean, how many more times the Rams going to take running backs? I mean, they've already taken, Blake Corum. They've taken Jarquez Hunter. They paid Kyron Williams. He's there. I just think that if I'm a contender, it makes sense. I mean, I think if I need the help, I take the help. But Slim, you go ahead and you can have your response to that.
yeah, I don't know, man. I just think that the value there for Scatterboo is still there, and I mean, I was never a big Kyron Williams guy anyway, and it's one of those things we say that yeah, they keep rolling out after fumbles and after fumbles, but who's not to say that you know Williams goes out there and fumbles twice in a game and they lose because of that. And McVay goes, "Hey, listen, we're a contender. You can't be doing that." And he wants to start shifting, and I think that's the problem where the injury for Scatterboo, yeah, it was really severe, and I mean, we hope that he comes back and can be 90% of what he was already for sure. But I just think that I think I'd look to target maybe other running backs other than Kyron Williams.
Yeah, I mean, I just got this one in my inbox, so and I'm kind of in the same boat of
Or can you
because
make
I
some money back off of it too or something? Because, like,
well,
after this year, you
well,
gotta
yeah,
pay him then, right?
I only have $4 in my cap space right now,
Right,
so he
so
would have
that's
to
the thing
eat up
too,
the
like
majority of Kyron's contract. So
yeah, so if you make the trade and you take it at the end of this year, you've gotta determine what value you're gonna put on Kyron then if you're gonna pay
well,
him.
like the way that mine works, right? They're all
Yeah.
different, but you get a hometown discount on players that you re-sign that were off your team. So it'll be like it's like 20 to 30% discount of whatever you bid, whatever the auction ends out with Kyron is. So
I mean,
Interesting.
it's not a terrible deal, but I mean, you gotta kinda look into your cap space then and just see if you can make
yeah.
the cap work for sure.
Well, and how confident you are in your team. Like if you need the points and you think that could help push you over, I'm always a proponent of trying to push myself over, but you got to be good enough for sure. Jonathan asks here, who to start at quarterback between Dak Prescott, Jackson Dart, or Jordan Love? Who do you like as that group for a starter this week, Wiz? If you had to pick one of them guys, who would you feel good about? Dak Prescott, Jackson Dart, or Jordan Love?
Uh yeah, I mean it's for me it comes down to Dak or Love. Um on Honestly, I'm just gonna go with Dak Monday Night Football. Even though it might be uh I don't know. Fuck. Yeah, just give me Dak. I'm not gonna overthink it. Just give me Dak Prescott.
Dak Prescott for Wiz. What do you think for this one, Slim?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Dak as well on Monday night. I just think that's probably the best game, and as much as I love thinking that this 49er game is gonna be really close and it's the Giants have a chance to win, I'm probably wrong, and the Giants are probably gonna get blown out by 30, and I'm gonna look like an idiot. But and then I just think that the Packers they might pull out to an early lead here and just kind of cruise to a nice victory. So
And we talked about it. They like to run the ball. Tucker Kraft, like if they're running the ball really well and Josh Jacobs gets them a 2 touchdown lead, that really, really hurts Jordan Love. Was where Dak Prescott's in these shootout contests all the time because the Dallas defense can't stop nobody. So yeah, I'm with you. I'm going to go with Dak here too, and I feel good about him going up against the Cardinals on Monday Night Football. So I'm okay with that. Let's go into the next game here on the list as we await more questions to come in. And it is the Atlanta Falcons at the New England Patriots. Slim, who you taking in this one?
yeah, I like the road team here. Give me Atlanta. Atlanta only beats good teams. We've seen that with Buffalo. So I mean I think New England's another good team. They got a good record, and I think Atlanta's going to come in here and play really tough. And I think this is a big bounce back game for Bijan as well.
Okay, so he's going to go with the Falcons. Somewhere Bob is shaking his head right now, Slim. We know
That's
how he
all right.
is. We know how he
I
is.
didn't mention the guy that should not be mentioned though. So
You
you
can't
know,
bring him up. Yeah, that's right. So, Wiz, what do you think here? Are you going to go with Drake May and the New England Patriots or Michael Penix and the Falcons?
Yeah, I mean the Falcons need a bounce back game. I think their coach Morris might be coaching for his job here. But no, I mean it's just gonna be the Patriots here. They're gonna win. Should be a good game though. I think hopefully the Falcons figure out their offense. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I'm with you. Go ahead and give me the Patriots here. I think that they're just going to be too much to handle. I really like what Mike Vrabel's done to this team. It's amazing when an organization commits itself to a plan and winning and making the right moves. I mean, like I said, I hate it. I hate it, but New England's back. We have to respect them. I think that they have a chance to really even win this division at this point. We'll see where it goes. But we're going over to the next game here on the list, the Indianapolis Colts at the Pittsburgh Steelers. Slim, who you going to take in this tilt?
yeah, it was funny because all week I was on Indianapolis, and then I got looking at who Indianapolis has played and who they've lost to, and I mean, they beat Denver by 1 point on a second kick, and then the only other good team that they played was the Rams, and they lost that game. So I don't think they played a really good, solid team yet, and it's weird to say that being 8 weeks in, but I think I'm going to take Pittsburgh today.
Okay, Slim going to go with the Steelers. Okay, all right. Steelers for Slim. What do you say about this one, Wiz?
Yeah. You look at the schedule, Slim, who they're playing.
The Colts?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It was
Oh,
pretty
okay.
bad.
Okay. I was making sure you weren't looking maybe a week ahead or something like that when they're on a bye week or something. But because the Colts are best team in the football right now, they're a real frisky team. So give me the Colts here. I think they make short work of the collapsing Steelers right now, and I mean they haven't looked right in the last 4 weeks, 3 weeks. So give me the Colts.
Yep, give me the Colts as well. Hopefully, we hear some Fire Tomlin chants today in the crowd. And if that happens, then I'll be in a really happy place, even if we're losing, because we need a change and we need it desperately.
So
This team is a collapsing team.
I'll just chime in here. The only other good team, and I say good team, is they beat the Chargers, right? That's the only other team that the Colts have
Yep.
beat where they have the team has a winning record outside of Denver on the re-kick in the game they should have lost. They beat Miami, which Miami's trash. They beat Tennessee twice. They beat Vegas. They haven't played anybody really
So
good.
Slim, to be fair, they did beat the Rams and they beat themselves that week.
You're
They
right.
didn't beat the Rams. I mean,
Yeah, I mean AD Mitchell dropped the
Yeah,
ball out the
he
one, and that lost them. Which they took a loss from the Rams, but then they beat themselves by dropping the ball. So they're technically like 9-0 right now.
Indiana
able to
Jones.
win on the bye week, huh?
Indiana Jones, Bob Helfert, and the Temple of Doom. That's what we call the new sequel. So we know how he feels about the Colts. And they are a good team. There's no doubt about it. And we'll see what they can do. See if they can keep it going. Next game on the docket, we have the Denver Broncos at the Houston Texans, Slim.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the home team here. I'm gonna take Houston, but I mean this game could go either way. Best bet of the day is to bet the under whatever it's sitting at now, probably 40 something and a half or something, 40 and a half, 41 and a half. Probably. I think it goes under. I'm not sure there's a lot of touchdowns scored in this game, and I think it's a big defensive showdown.
Okay, so Slim's going to go with the Texans. Wiz, who you going with? Broncos, Texans.
I mean, yeah, I kind of agree with Slim with it's gonna be a close game. And it really comes down to can the Texans O line hold up against the Broncos' defensive line, right? And which whenever Denver sends a 5-man rush, they have a 51.8% pressure rate, which is the second best in the National Football League. When they set for it, the pressure rate is 42%, by far the best in the league right now. So I'm going to go with they're not going to be able to keep the pocket clean for CJ Stroud, which then causes the Texans to lose a football game. So give me the Broncos here.
All right, I'm going to go with Denver as well. Slim's on an island on this one, just like
He's
last
been on the island this whole entire week.
Yeah, he's trying
he can make up a lot of points here, or he's gonna
plummet.
Plummet.
Fall down the mountain.
Okay, so we're going to the next.
Going down about it. You get sucked up by a black hole. You can get shot out somewhere else.
We're going to go to the next one here. We have the Chicago Bears at the Cincinnati Bengals, Slim.
Oh, well, I know where Wiz is going with this one, so at least I won't be on an island by myself, probably. I'm going to take the Bears today. I like Flacco being able to play and whatnot, but this Bengals defense is just awful, and no Trey Hendrickson as well. I mean, I think it's another game where I think this is the game where Caleb Williams should look really good and maybe not make Bob's segment later on in the day here about things that frustrate Bob or whatever it is.
Or whatever it is, Slim says. All right, so Slim's going the Bears. Wiz, are you going to stick with the blue and orange crew this week?
Yeah, I feel like this is another gateway game for the Bears. They need to win these next 4 games, right? Which, I mean, theoretically should be pretty doable, right? I mean, it's Bengals, Giants next week, Vikings the week after, and then Steelers, and then they're gonna lose a couple games here because they play the Eagles and Packers, and then they have the Browns, which should be a win, and then they play the Packers again, and the Niners, and then Lions, right? So they got a tough schedule. They got to win these. They got to win these more winnable matchups. And if they have any thoughts about possibly making the playoffs, which I think in the NFC they're not going to be able to get done this year, but yeah, I think it's gonna be a close game. And close games just give me the team that I would rather see win, and that is the Bears for let alone my personal bias reasons, but also for Ravens divisional stake. It's good to see a division foe drop some games here. So give me the Bears.
Give me the Bears. I hope Caleb goes off. I love tormenting Bob in the chat when that happens. I love and he gets all frustrated, and I'm like, yes, I love every second of that. But let's go to the next game here on the list, and it's going to be the Kansas City Chiefs at the Buffalo Bills. Slim, who do you like in this one? Both teams could use this win. Who do you think takes it?
Both teams really need a win, yeah, and it's it's something where Mahomes only wins in the postseason and whatnot, but I think Mahomes gets it done today. I think Kansas City's gonna pull out a win.
Okay, Slim says KC all the way. Who do you like in this one, Wiz? Chiefs or Bills?
I feel like playoff football just is a little bit better when they have to go through Buffalo, right? I love the snow. I love seeing those fans out there having to shovel the stadium out, especially with no shirts on. I'm like, these guys are gonna get frostbite. This is insane. So for a good storyline for football in the playoffs, I'm going the Bills here. And it is in Buffalo, so I think that's gonna help out the Bills a lot, having home game against the Chiefs.
So let me just say this. Honestly, I really hope for the Bills, but we all know it's just like, you watched old wrestling matches where they always had a special guest referee helping the one person win the match. That's just like the Chiefs. They have a special guest referee every week, and they got to have it in their corner again here this week. I'm going to have to go with the Chiefs. It's tough whenever they have that kind of advantage. I feel for Buffalo, but I just think that the Chiefs are also playing some good football right now, starting to turn the corner. We'll see. It's going to be a collision course. But the last game on the docket before we get into some player props, Slim, the Seattle Seahawks at the Washington Commanders, Sunday Night Football. Who's it going to be this week?
I mean, it's going to be Seattle. I don't think there's ever been a week where you've asked me and it's not been Seattle to win. It's just the blind faith that I have. But I mean, it is what it is. I do think Jaden Daniels has a decent game. I am starting Jaden Daniels in a couple places. But I think that's more escaping the pocket and running as well. But I think Seattle takes care of business on the road. And I think I seen a graphic the other day, and I'm pretty sure I didn't fact check, but I'm pretty sure it's true. There's 2 teams this season that are undefeated on the road or have a great road record, something like that. And it's Seattle and New England.
Okay.
They play really well on the road.
So Slim is going with the Seattle Sea Chickens, and that's big for him because usually he likes the Commanders. So the fact that he had to pick against them this week probably hurt his feelings a little bit. So what do you think about this one, Slim or Wiz, for Slim Seahawks on Sunday Night Football? Would you rather have the Seahawks or the Commanders tonight, Wiz?
Yeah, so I just wanted to say, Slim, that was some fake news you're spreading around. There's no team currently in the NFL undefeated on the road. The last team that had a chance to remain undefeated was the Bills, which they lost to the Patriots at New England. But
that's not true because so we played 7 weeks.
Well, I pulled up Google AI, and this is what Google AI said.
But they beat Jacksonville at Jacksonville. They beat Arizona at Arizona. And they beat Pittsburgh at Pittsburgh. So they're 3-0 on the road. Seattle is.
Not according to Google AI.
According to ESPN, they are.
All right. I mean, maybe Google has dumb AI right now. Who knows?
Maybe so. I think the Patriots are.
I'm just saying.
I'm looking it up. We'll see.
Anyways, back to
Seattle and Washington.
Yeah, like I said, I think Commanders are the backs against the wall, right? They need to make wins. They're one of the oldest rosters in the NFL, so it is playoffs or bust for them right now. And I think they'll figure out a way to win here against Seattle. Seattle's been red hot, So I think it's gonna be a really good game for Sunday Night Football. I'm glad they actually had a good choice this week because I feel like when you have those really bad ones, you're like, I have to sit through this. It's like Thursday Night Football. I was like, even as a Ravens fan, I was like, I don't blame people for not wanting to watch this game, but
yeah, that was a definite Thursday night barn burner, no doubt about it. But Thursday night's usually worse than Sunday night. But yes, go ahead and give me Seattle in this one as well. I'm just not a Washington believer this year. I think that they are a team that, a lot of people figured out after watching on film a little bit. So I think Seattle, given their road record, given their way they like to play a tough brand of football, will probably win this game. So let me ask you this, guys. We're going into the player props, and we have anytime touchdown scoring running backs. Slim, I'm going to start with you on this. Anytime running back touchdown, who do you have?
Are you gonna shout out to Shara's as well?
Yep.
Okay, perfect.
You want to read to shares off first so we don't pick his?
Yeah,
I can. Teixeira has Josh Jacobs this week, anytime touchdown going up against the Carolina Panthers. That's the one he sent. So we'll turn it over to Slim. Slim, you're up. Who do you have?
I'm going to take James Cook for an anytime touchdown.
James Cook, the guy's been on a roll. What do you think, Wiz? Anytime running back TD, who do you have?
Yeah, kind of like I said, I'm never really prepared for these things. I kind of just shoot from the hip and see what sticks. And man, oh man, probably be smart if I start preparing for these.
49.
No, give me. You said what?
49er Chronicler. You need to be ready to go.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I gotta do better. No, we're gonna go ahead and Kareem Hunt, anytime touchdown score. No. Wait.
Oh,
Yeah, that's fine. Kareem Hunt.
Okay, I thought we were gonna say
you feel great about it. I just don't feel great. I'm thinking about it, watching. I'm like, is Kareem Hunt gonna do a 1 yard plunge in the end zone against the Bills? And for some reason, I just can't picture it right now, but it's fine. We're rolling with it.
You got to foresee these things. You got to really foresee them. And then this week for me, I'm probably going to go with the guy with the lowest odds, but I'm going to go with a guy that we're all hoping for, a guy that's in an offense that's ascending that we all love. Even we're starting to get Slim to come over to this offense. It's going to be Travion Henderson, anytime touchdown against the Atlanta Falcons today. Pass catching, running. He gives you a little bit of both options. Give me Trev for the anytime touchdown. Slim,
I'm gonna change mine. I've Kamani Vidal.
Oh, okay. Wiz, we're gonna start that no take backs, no racies on these, but I will give you. I don't know.
I just Kareem Hunt. You got 2 last week. Is he gonna be able to do it again? I mean, no Pacheco, so it's very likely, but plus 100 odds on Kareem Hunt. That's a trap.
Vidal for Wiz. Okay, so what does $10 win us, Slim?
$10 wins us bet $82.55.
Okay. All right, $82. Who had the lowest odds?
Five. Josh Jacobs and Kamani Vidal both at minus 170.
Oh, okay. All
James
right.
Cook minus 140, Travion minus 110. Nobody had a positive in that one, so.
All right, nothing too spicy, but all good nonetheless. Let's go into some wide receiver anytime touchdown. Teixeira had Jackson Smith Najigba anytime TD for the Seattle Seahawks this week. Going into Sunday Night Football, we'll let it slide. So, who do you have for an anytime wide receiver touchdown scorer, Slim?
I actually took Quentin Johnston anytime wide receiver touchdown.
Oh, man. Digging at the bottom of the barrel, Slim. Okay. All right. QJ's going to be coming back to life, he hopes, this week. Anytime touchdown scorer at wide receiver for you, Wiz. Who is the guy?
Yeah, after a real hot start of the year, he's not found the end zone since, and that is Roma Dunze. This week it's going to change. Roma Dunze, anytime touchdown score.
I like
Yeah,
that. I like that a
like
lot.
that call out there from Wiz. We're going to come over here to me, and it's going to be my guy. Going to have his game of games that he hasn't had all season. Brian Thomas Jr., anytime touchdown scorer for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
I was lucky. I clicked on, you said my guy, and I clicked on the Jags Raiders game, but I thought you were going Jacoby. So
Nah,
I was almost this close to guessing it though. I picked the right game.
you did pick the right game. So what kind of $10 bet would win us for that, Slim?
$10 would win us bet $304 on that one.
Oh, so that's a little bit more hefty of a price payer. Okay, so anytime touchdown for the tight ends. Teixeira has Sam Laporta this week. His guy, he always says about them killing the Vikings, Sam Laporta. So he is practicing what he preaches. He says anytime touchdown, tight end Sam Laporta. Who do you have for us, Slim?
I took, actually out of the same game, I took TJ Hawkinson.
Oh, okay. So he's going to take TJ Hawkinson. He's going to flip the other side of the coin. Wiz, anytime touchdown tight end, who do you have?
Yeah, I think this is gonna be. It's a little bit of a tough one, I feel like, but excuse me. What about we go with someone making a comeback this week? First game in a while, and that is Brock Bowers, anytime touchdown score.
Oh, Wiz, you stole mine. That was the one I was going to go with. So that was a good selection. Comeback here from Brock Bowers. Luckily for me, I got a good pivot foot, right? I could move really quickly off that pivot foot. I could drive to the hole. I could hit a fadeaway jumper falling back. Give me George Kittle this week. Anytime touchdown scorer. Bang, bang, Niner gang for Slim. Let's get a Niner in there. So Sliminator, $10. How much does it win us this week?
$10 on the tight end parlay wins us back $852.
Ooh, there you go, man. I like that. Oh, that might be a good sneaky little bet there. So I like that. Now, let's go into the anytime interception throwers here this week. Teixeira has Jaden Daniels as an anytime INT thrower. He's liking that Sunday night game. He keeps going back to that. Anytime INT for Jaden Daniels. Slim, this is like your worst player prop choice. This is always the one you dread the most. You're like, I could never get these. So who are you going to take this week?
Yeah, it never works out for me, does it? But I just keep going right back to it. I'm going to take Trevor Lawrence anytime interception today.
All right, T-Law for an anytime INT from Slim. Wizard, who's an anytime INT thrower in your eyes?
Yeah, what about a guy that we mentioned a little bit here? We had a few questions about him, and that is Joe Flacco. I talked about the Bears defense. The way the Bears win football games is making turnovers, and I think they could get an interception this week against Joe Flacco.
Okay, good call out, Wiz. So how about Slim's guy, the left-hander, Michael Penix, anytime INT against Mike Vrabel's New England Patriots. We know that they are a team that's an indoor team. It's going to be a little bit outdoorsy. The weather ain't terrible, but still could be a factor here. And I think that Mike Vrabel's defense has been pretty solid. So what do we have for $10 on that bet, Slim?
10 wins us back 126.07.
Okay, so who had the best and worst odds?
All right. Well, we kind of stopped doing it right after the running backs, I think. So
I just want to know on the interceptions. I'm just curious.
Oh, you're just curious on the interceptions. I think Jaden Daniels at plus 100 was the best, and at minus 130, Joe Flacco was the worst. But they're all right there. Minus 130, minus 120 Penix, minus 108 T-Law. They're all right there together almost.
Well, we got a date with some DraftKings, some Dabble, anything anyone's using today. A lot of good DFS apps. So What a great episode, guys. We appreciate everyone tuning in with us as always. Always love doing these shows. We only are getting close to maybe having a handful of these left. So we appreciate you tuning in with us. It's hard to believe that next week's going to be week 10 of the NFL season. We already double-digit weeks. It's going by so fast. If you are enjoying the content, we do have a question coming in here. So I will cut myself off because I always try to help everyone. We have Alex asking, he needs 2 for a flex of PPR. I've been flipping my lineup around all morning. Rico Dwaddle, Travion Henderson, Wan'Dale Robinson, T. Higgins. So you need 2 for the flex. These are all really good, intriguing options here. A really tough question. If you had to play 2 of these guys right now, Slim, who are the 2 you're selecting out of them 4?
Yeah, funny. I think earlier in the show I said we don't sit Uncle Rico on the pine, and now I think I'm going to sit Rico, and I think I'm going to start Henderson and Wan'Dale.
Oh, man, that's some big confidence in Travion. So what do you think about this, Wiz? Who are you going to go with here?
Yeah, I'm starting Dwaddle, and I mean, for me, it comes down to Henderson, T. Higgins.
It's a tough matchup for Dwaddle, though, this week. I love Rico, but it's not going to be an easy.
He gets it done. He gets it done, regardless. I'm gonna go. We're gonna go Rico and Henderson here.
Oh, he's going to play the running backs. Okay, all right. And show you some love on that. I'm going to go with Wan'Dale, and I'm going to go with Travion as well. I think that's where I got to go. I mean, look, I can't blame you for wanting to play any of these other pieces. I just think Cincinnati, T. Higgins intrigues me, but it could be so hit or miss on that team. Who's going to get what work? It could be anybody's guess, and it might be T. Higgins, but it's just a little bit more of a who's it going to be, a guess who type of game. I love Rico Dwaddle, but the matchup's a little bit tougher. So give me the receiver and the running back that's in a little bit better of a matchup. And 2, Travion, look, it's now or never. He's got to touch the ball this week. I really don't see anyone there that's going to prohibit him from doing that now that Stevenson's out. Gibson, we know what happened there. So, yeah, I'm going to have to go with Henderson and Wan'Dale there, Alex. But a very close, good question, and I don't blame you for being back and forth on it. Good luck today. We hope you win your bout and you win your contest. But this is going to do it for this show, guys. Appreciate the support as always. The numbers have been phenomenal. All the new subscribers on YouTube. Everyone, you want to check out more of Dynasty DNA, go over to the Dynasty DNA Fantasy Football Podcast. Available on Spotify, Apple Pod, Stitcher, Amazon, all the big podcasting platforms. If you haven't yet, go over there and check that out. We talk about all this stuff throughout the week. 4 or 5 shows a week we sometimes try to get out. We produce all kinds of great content. And if you do enjoy the content, please follow and 5-star us over there as well. Thank you, Alex. We appreciate the question. We hope you have good luck today. We're definitely hoping you pull out the W. But if you want to follow us on Twitter at DynastyDNA_. Subscribe to us on YouTube at Dynasty DNA on YouTube. Check out the Facebook page, Dynasty DNA Fantasy Football Podcasting Network. Tashara's been working hard on that. The guys have been putting out little reels over there. It's a good spot. You want to check that out and join that if you have Facebook. And I know I speak for Wiz, Slim, everybody here at the Dynasty DNA Podcasting Network when I say, hope you guys have a great rest of your week ahead of you. Make sure to tune in for the Culture Shock tonight with Big Culture Bob after the 4 o'clock games going into 8 o'clock for Sunday Night Football. It's always great. You might lose your game, but he'll put a smile on your face nonetheless. Maybe that'll help the week better. So make sure to check that out. Good luck today in week 9, and we will see you all on the next episode of the Dynasty DNA Morning Show.
See ya.